Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Kel on Earth. Thank you for being here. I wanted to do a part 2 of my yard sale video and give my top 7 tricks, tips, things that I learned, recommendations, whatever you take away from it. Here is my list of 7. So if you are planning your yard sale, if it is a year from now, if it's 4 months from now, start. What was very great for me is that I knew that I had to eventually do a yard sale. And so I had started crafting space in our garage, a couple of shelves that I was calling the yard sale area or the e-commerce area. Not sure if I was going to eventually get it out on eBay or let go or any of those services. So if you have a space in your closet where you can just start moving the clothes that you know you want to get rid of for a yard sale or for Goodwill or for the next time a family member or friends visit, just once you know it's out of rotation for you, find a designated space to start collecting it. When my yard sale happened, it was a community-driven yard sale, and I was so excited because I found out about it late, maybe 4 days before, and I was pumped because I had already had like a stash of things. So that's my number one advice, is to just get started. Number 2, check your permits, check your HOA rules, check any rules for your landlord, any other municipality or powers that be. In my city, it's a trip to City Hall or via mail and a $5 fee to be able to conduct 2 days of a yard sale. It may be more expensive in your town. You may be able to pay and just have a year-long pass. Whatever it is, do the research, know it. If you decide to circumvent the rules and not follow them, then fine. But at least you know what it is. You've prepared yourself for any backlash, and you can speak against any backlash and have your story together of why you didn't do it if you at least do the research. Also, if it's $300 to do a yard sale and you know you have $75 worth of stuff or $200 worth of stuff, maybe it's not worth it to you and you can put it off for a couple more months after your kids go back to school and you go back through what they can no longer wear. So know your rules and then make a decision from there. Number 3, motivate your family to help. So I have boys 14 and 10, and I promised them that any proceeds from books and toys that they got rid of, they kept 100% of it. So leading up to it, again, when I was storing all of that stuff and making them put things outside or go through it, every month I was like, let's go back through your things and see if there's anything you want to put in the yard sale shelf. They weren't super motivated, but as we start planning and packaging everything out and thinking about what tables we were going to put out on the driveway, they got super invested and then started pulling more things out. They also were very engaged with the customers. They handled a lot of their own negotiations, and they've already started saying, oh, I can put this in the next yard sale. I'm going to play with this for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to sell it in the yard sale. And also, they learned, money. They made some money. They worked hard for their money. They had to do math later. They had to give change. They had to provide customer service. So it was really good. And also, my little one, he was quite befuddled that he could not sell his Halloween costume for the same amount of that we paid for it. And it's missing like a sword. The ninja stars are gone. And I was like, well, sir, if they can go get a brand new shiny one at the store, not only has this been worn by a stranger, but it's also not complete. It's not taken care of. It's got a little hair on the bottom. Like, would you pay full price for it? And so I definitely saw the light bulb go off in his head of taking care of things and keeping things together for his betterment in the long run, which was mind altering and blowing and exciting. Number 4, so make sure you have change. Make sure you have lots of low bills. If you have a square, have that activated and ready to go in case people, go out of their budget of cash and they want to buy something else. Make sure you have a fanny pack or a crossbody bag so you can keep your money and your change close to you. You don't want to have to keep picking up your phone, putting it down. It gets really hectic and everything out there is yours. So you're very comfortable putting your stuff down and very quickly moving to something. And, you can just get lost. So make sure you have your change. Make sure you know how much you start with so you can pull that out at the end. I talked in the last video. I didn't do that. I went outside with all the money and people came early, and then I was kind of off kilter from the very beginning. And so I actually don't have a total amount that we made. I have a range, but I'm not sure. And that kind of is one of the biggest takeaways, is how much money you made versus how much effort you gave. So signs, put signs up. Ours is a gated community. I was very fortunate that my neighbor across the street, who's lived in this community longer than me, knew that even though it was a community sale, people would drive around. If there wasn't a lot of people selling, they may not make it over to our street. So she put actually her address, lots of signs in all the entrances and exits of the community to drive people. Now, I'm big on stranger danger. So if you're not in a gated community and it's not kind of a controlled group project, maybe just do arrows so that later someone doesn't remember your address and know that you're selling stuff and you got stuff and you've had strangers over or whatever else. I'm a big, again, stranger danger is super real to me. So consider that. But for us, there were not a lot of people selling in the community, and without those signs, we wouldn't have got the customers that came in. Number 6, think about after the sale. Think about how much work you want to do when the sale's over. I got a little greedy with my pricing, and now I still have stuff downstairs, and I didn't tab the bag it all up, tie it up, put it in the corner. We're going to Goodwill tomorrow. So make sure you have that. And then my last one is relax. It's all stuff you don't want. It's all stuff you're going to make money from. It's all stuff that's going to bring joy to a new group of people. So do that. All right, I got 3 seconds left. Thanks for listening. Bye.